What is up, New South professional wrestling fans? This is Scottye Moore coming to you here live from Kamicon this year. And let me tell you something, the best thing about Kamicon, in my opinion, is the fact not that there are a ton of wrestling fans, but there are a ton of potential new wrestling fans, which is why we are going to go around, show off our roster to these beautiful people here at Kamicon and see what they think of them. I'm going to start with this man.
Ooh, he looks like he'd be a tough challenge.
He could definitely slam some fuckers.
He looks like get folded in 3 seconds.
It looks like if Guy Fieri had a estranged uncle.
Not even child, the uncle.
Oh, that's
guy.
the uncle. Yeah, that's the uncle of Guy Fieri.
Looks like he needs a haircut.
Flaming homosexual. Flaming hot.
5.
I don't know. I think he'd be a bit of a sore winner if that makes sense.
Would you like to guess their name?
Steve.
Little Willie?
You're shockingly exactly wrong.
I'd have to say hair too long.
Hair too long. No, this is Big Dave.
Oh, could have fooled me.
I see the Big Dave energy.
He's the biggest man alive since 1999.
Big Dave.
Big Dave.
She looks like she can slam down as well.
She looks pretty unbeatable.
Lasts a little longer than last.
I think she needs a dam for that gap. Big cat girl.
Yeah, big cat girl.
She's gonna crush Big Dave.
Well, they're not fighting. They're friends.
She looks like the queen of the trailer park.
She is the trash panda Rita Raccoon, so that's very accurate. Okay. Are these out of 5 or out of 10? Out of 5. Oh, okay. So big scores.
What is that?
I'll be honest. I wouldn't talk trash.
No, I'm gonna start winning if I see him coming.
Very like werewolf energy.
No, he could definitely chomp you. He's a chomper for sure.
I don't f with him, but in a good way.
How many times today has he been ran over? I can see like 6 layers of tiger tracks.
He absolutely has mange, that's for sure.
Or that's hair.
This is the Mongrel.
The Mongrel. Fitting name for an animal.
Looks dirty.
I was supposed to show you like cool people, but
That's disappointing.
Is that like a boy?
Looks pretty basic.
He's normal.
He's a little ripped.
Thirst trap Chad.
He exists. Look it up.
he exists. Honestly, is a bigger insult than anything else I can think of.
It just makes me sad that he has to deal with the fact that he exists.
Short.
And I'm getting real Bradley energy, like kind of nerdy. Like I want to be really cool, but my mommy said I look cool type energy from him.
He could probably get it.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
I mean, he's gonna get clapped in like 3 seconds.
Oh.
Last in I feel like it comes in free beer.
Oh, that is Trailer Park Dave. Looks like he has got about 7 cans of Bud Light in the back of his truck, and he has, let's see, he lost both of his dogs in the divorce, and he's ready to fight.
Yeah. I think he could get the championship. Flat.
Oh, you're bowing down to him.
He's awesome. Love him.
A big fan of.
That mullet. Oh.
Oh yeah, that chili bowl mullet man. I could take him.
In a fight or like.
He could take him.
He looks like Muscle Man.
How many Salisbury steaks do you think this guy could eat?
10.
I believe 12 is what his record is. So.
Pretty close.
Good estimate. Good estimate here at Kamicon. Oh, you like the hair? 5 for negatively. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. No, I'm good.
He looks like he can slam down a little bit, but also, I don't know enough about wrestling. Oh, hello.
What was you saying about me?
I was saying you're weak. You're pathetic. I
Wait.
beat you up.
Well,
I needed that.
I'm joking.
I needed that.
We're
best friends.
Don't ever
We're
touch
best
me
friends.
again. Don't ever touch me again. That hurt.
Well, thank y'all. Why are you here?
I ruin whatever you do.
Sounds about right.
The following contest is a singles bout set for one fall. Introducing first, from the 4-1-2, he is the winner of the 2024 Future Showcase, Jamesen Sure.
Daddy's home.
And his opponents. Hailing from the Steel City, he is the Steel Dragon, Donnie Primetime.
Not the sword.
Welcome, everyone, to day 2 of New South Pro Wrestling at Kamicon in Huntsville, Alabama, South Hall of the Braun Center. Jamesen Shook not coming alone here. We saw just a moment ago, sword in hand. Always a good time here at Kamicon. Jamesen Shook and Donnie Primetime to get us started here today. As always, Carmen Michael and Rob Weathers on the call as we see 1,000 in attendance gathered around. Jamesen Shook, the bell is already rung, pal. What are we doing?
I can tell you exactly what he's doing. Jamesen Shook is doing something that he has become very, very good at in his couple of short years in professional wrestling, and that is playing mind games, getting in the head of his opponent. Jamesen likes to have a good time, and he's definitely going to have one here tonight. But let's not forget, Carmen, as you mentioned in those introductions, the 2024 Actions Showcase winner. This guy has got all the makings to be one of the best in the world right now, and he's going against one of the best in New South history right now in Donnie Primetime.
Obviously, Donnie often regarded as Mr. New South. Been here since day 1. Meanwhile, Jamesen Shook, one of the fastest rising stars in independent professional wrestling today, only 2 years in the business, already has made his way into the PWI top 500 wrestlers of the year. Can we talk about how impressive that is?
He's worked already over 100 matches this year alone. That's Rob Weathers and Carmen Michael numbers right there.
Hey now, we're getting there. We're getting there. Donnie Primetime with the distraction manages to get the side headlock of Jamesen Shook. Jamesen gonna have to be careful here not to get distracted because Donnie, the veteran, will take every opportunity that he can to get advantage here in this match. We see Donnie slowing down the pace, and Jamesen Shook, though.
Well, something that I'm going to say this for Jamesen Shook right now, and this is something that we saw a little bit yesterday during day one of New South at Kamicon during Donnie Primetime's match then. If there is a chink in the armor of Donnie Primetime, it is trying to get in his head, trying to force out that past side of Donnie Primetime, that aggressive nature of Donnie Primetime that very much still lives within. And Jamesen Shook, as we've already talked about, he's playing games, he's having fun. If he can continue to do that, continue to grind away and frustrate Donnie Primetime, he might have the opportunity to find an opening.
We have seen that frustration in the past out of Donnie Primetime. Someone, once someone gets under his skin, you mentioned Rob can bring out that sort of darker side. Shoulder block takes down Jamesen Shook. And now Donnie Primetime off the ropes. Showing off a little bit here. Is that experience advantage we're talking about, Rob? Donnie with the reversal. Now Jamesen Shook with one of his own.
Jamesen Shook is playing all of Donnie Primetime's games right along with him.
Donnie went for the cutter. Jamesen Shook pumped the brakes, misses with a kick, and now things are picking up quickly here at Kamicon. Ducks the clothesline now, going for a backslide. Could this be it? No, Donnie wisely rolling through. A pair of arm drags from each competitor going back and forth, and now one time too many. Jamesen Shook had it scouted.
Now we know as this pace starts to quicken, we know Donnie Primetime's got one of the best gas tanks in the roster, but Jamesen Shook might have one that rivals it.
Donnie may have the tank, but Jamesen has the youth and exuberance. Now, Jamesen Shook there. He's seen what Donnie Primetime can do. He knew that suicide dive was coming. Made his way further into the crowd. Maybe getting a little advice from Deadpool. Now sent out to the other side. Donnie Primetime looking to fly. Suicide dive! Wiping out Jamesen Shook.
Referee Garrett Kent's administering that 10 count as you see Donnie and Jamesen fighting to the outside, but Jamesen wisely rolling back into the ring.
Of course, I want to give a shout out to our actual New South Heavyweight Champion, Tyler Franks, who just competed for the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Currently traveling the country with NWA. We will be seeing Tyler Franks in action October 12th. Donnie going for the cover. We do know that Tyler Franks will be defending that championship against former champion Kenzie Page October 12th at Labor of Love, a fan appreciation event. Tickets $10 off, and now Jamesen Shook sending Donnie to the outside. Misses with a spear, and now Donnie with Shook right where he wants him. Oh! Shook had it scouted.
A lot of the games of Donnie Primetime are things that Jamesen Shook is very, very familiar with. And we talk about it. We hammer this point home seemingly every time we call a Jamesen Shook match. He's only been in professional wrestling for a couple of years.
Wait a minute.
But he's picked up a hell of a lot of tricks, including whatever the hell he's got in mind here.
Using a fan as a weapon. Give the assist to that kid.
Bright future ahead of him.
Well, that kid doesn't want anything. He wants none. Oh, no, Deadpool.
Not Deadpool.
Deadpool, no.
Damn, Shook is strong. Oh, goodness.
Oh, God. The Merc with a mouth delivers a boot right to the jaw.
Carmen, you think Jamesen could pick you up and do that?
Oh, no. I'm too big for that.
Carmen, put your fist out.
Well, me?
Yeah. Put your fist
I'm not looking. Oh, my. What just happened?
Oh, that was awesome.
What just happened?
Carmen, I think you were just used as a weapon.
I looked away for 3 seconds, and next thing I know, my hand hurts.
We're going to need to get your hands registered now.
And now, head first into the post goes Donnie Primetime. Jamesen shook. Showing out here today at Kamicon.
Almost wiping out the power grid while he was at it.
Hey, we lose power, and it's game over.
But as I was saying earlier, a lot of the things that we've become familiar with Donnie Primetime, Jamesen Shook has a lot of those same tricks up his own sleeve. That's another example right there.
Look at this. We talk about the experience advantage of Donnie Primetime, but Jamesen Shook wise beyond his years. You saw him holding down the wrist of Donnie Primetime, trying to keep that shoulder pinned to the mat. I'm telling you, there's something in the water up there in Chattanooga. Jamesen Shook, trained by Jaden Newman. Jaden's teaching these kids right. Now, delivering these stops to the shoulder blades.
Sending Primetime out right next to the broadcast booth.
A little too close for comfort right now.
Jamesen, please do not fly now.
The crowd here in Huntsville, Alabama, cheering on Donnie Primetime, who makes his way back into the ring. And now a shot to the midsection of Jamesen Shook. I think the time for fun and games is over, especially for Donnie Primetime. Maybe seeing some of that frustration showing on the face of Donnie. Look at this, look at it. Look at the eyes right now of Donnie Primetime. Just absorbed that chop, and now Jamesen Shook walks right into a boot.
Now Primetime turning things around on Jamesen. Primetime's one of these guys we talk about on a regular basis. He gets that momentum going. He starts picking up that speed, and he's almost impossible to stop. And you can see he's got that momentum very much in his favor right now.
Talking about a former New South heavyweight champion in Donnie Primetime, and what I certainly would imagine has an opponent here, Jamesen Shook, who has everything within his capability of becoming a New South champion in his own right.
Look at the speed of Jamesen. But
That-
Donnie, looks like he ate that one, man.
Jamesen Shook has been targeting that shoulder region, and now cover made once again. A little too confident there. These frequent shots to the shoulder blades of Donnie Primetime certainly going to make things a little more difficult when it comes to kicking out. Jamesen Shook sending Donnie to the outside once again, a place where both men are very comfortable. Got to give credit to our senior official as well, Garrett Kent, for being lenient with the rules here. We're all here to have a good time. It's Kamicon. Everyone's having a good time. Rob's having a great time, smiling ear to ear. This is Dr. Pepper to the face. Shot to the midsection. Jamesen Shook saying, someone call the doctor,
what the
but
hell
not for me. Steel chair. Wait a minute.
That's not legal. This is not a street fight. Not a no-holds-barred match of any kind.
Maybe he just needs a seat. See, there we go. Pull down a chair for Donnie Primetime.
Just bragging to all those fans having to sit on the floor.
They're just showing off now.
What the hell does Jamesen have in mind now? He's not going to do the flop, is he? Oh, no.
Jamesen Shook charging in right into an uppercut from Donnie Primetime.
Can't take that much time whenever you've got a veteran on the other side.
Donnie now ducks the line, connects with a leg lariat. Rob, this can only mean one thing.
Time to dust him off.
Donnie with the hotline bling connects. Cover now made to Jamesen Shook. close. Donnie now, you see, with his eyes set on the top turnbuckle, likes to hit the frog splash to put away his opponents. Could he be going for it now? Oh, misses with the frog splash, and now Jamesen Shook to take advantage. Running senton to the back.
I've seen Shook put away competitors with that, but wants to add a little more insult to injury.
Death Valley driver from Jamesen Shook to beat the veteran. No! You see the shock on the face of Jamesen Shook. You see the shock look on the faces of the fans here in attendance.
Primetime once again going to the outside to look for some solace, create a little bit of space, get the gears turning again.
And Donnie looking for a breather as he makes his way here to the outside. See him holding onto that chair to keep himself propped up. And Jamesen Shook full steam ahead. Dive but caught by Donnie. It was a ruse all along. Donnie now hooking Jamesen Shook. Brainbuster onto the chair.
Shook introduced it. It was already set there.
And
Air
now
Kid's gonna let it go.
Shook rolled to the inside. Right into the dive zone. Donnie going for the frog splash. This time it connects.
Here's your winner, Donnie Primetime.
A tough fought bout from both men here. But ultimately, in the end, experience wins out as Donnie Primetime picking up a win here to kick things off at Kamicon High, Day 2 in Huntsville, Alabama. Still so much more action to come. Of course, Rob Weathers, we know that in our main event, former WWE superstar Matt Riddle makes his New South debut to go one-on-one with superior Tony Evans. Something we saw issued as punishment from General Manager Allison Lee.
One of the first rules of business Allison Lee set whenever coming to New South was to set up the idea that you do not lay your hands on our officials. You need to suffer the consequences, and tonight Tony Evans will suffer them.
The following contest is a singles bout set for one fall. Introducing first, from the throne room of hell, via the ATL, he is the original Gothic Gangsta, Trever, Aeon.
more singles action to continue things here in Huntsville, Alabama. Is our second match pits Trever Aeon against Saraya Saber.
Damn, she's going for the kill shot right out of the gate, Carmen. Calling for the spirit bomb.
Saraya Saber certainly knowing her audience here. I see your nails, Rob. I know a Saraya Saber fan when I see one.
Yeah, that's what that means.
And all the meanwhile, Trever Aeon's gaze has never left Saraya Saber. Nothing but evil intent behind those eyes. Trever Aeon with the experience advantage. We know Trever, there's not really any length that Trever will not go to pick up a win in a match. Obviously, he likes to play mind games with his opponent. Saraya coming into this match, obviously the more inexperienced competitor, is going to have to keep her head on a swivel.
But with that being said, Saraya Saber, especially over the last several weeks, has been picking up so many big opportunities in her career, just recently becoming the first ever trans woman to challenge for the NWA Women's Championship, recently challenging for another championship at Riddle Pro Wrestling, picking up these massive opportunities all throughout, as I said, the last several weeks of her career, but she's still looking for that elusive big win, and that could be here tonight against Trever Aeon. As you said, she knows her audience. She knows where she's at right now. Trever Aeon also turns up the gas a little bit whenever he's at these convention shows. It's almost like an extra gear gets unlocked with certain competitors. And we're seeing that right now.
Deep arm drag from Saraya Saber, a product of the Nightmare Factory, going to the well one too many times. Trever Aeon pumping the brakes.
And Trever Aeon has got an unbelievable amount of strength. And we're going to see that in spades in this match, especially when the suplexes start coming out.
There's no one quite like Trever Aeon. The way he moves in the ring is so animalistic. You see the intensity on the face of Trever Aeon as he's staring daggers into Saraya Saber. Saber now brings down the original Gothic Gangsta. Basement clothesline. And Rob, you mentioned Saraya Saber still looking for that elusive statement-making victory here at New South Pro Wrestling. Has certainly had opportunities, and not opportunities that Saraya has taken lightly. And while she has certainly proven to be a history maker, looking for that first big statement and delivers a drop kick to Trever Aeon.
And what a statement it could be if she not only picks up a victory against a talented veteran like Trever Aeon, but also in front of arguably one of the bigger New South crowds of the entire year. Look at the sea of people surrounding the ring right now.
And speaking of which, we will be returning to the Flip Card Show December 14th right here for the annual Winter Wars Rumble event for the first time ever held at the Braun Center, as we see Trever Aeon dropping Saraya Saber right on the apron. Look at this. Always so cold and calculated, not breaking a sweat whatsoever.
Only thing he's breaking right now is the count. Almost broke the back of Saraya Saber with that back suplex on the apron. And I already said it, man. Once those suplexes start coming out, especially once he starts administering that Gothplex, Trever Aeon is one of the toughest individuals that professional wrestling has ever seen. And we're going to, looks like we're about to see a little bit of that.
Oh, my God.
Little fake out follows the pump kick.
That pump kick just about took the head of Saraya Saber clean off. As the crowd here at Kamicon Huntsville Anime Invasion cheering on Saraya Saber. I saw one of the fans on the outside here giving some encouragement. And now Trever again, so confident. Everything he does is with poise. It's always so calculated. Building momentum with his offense, diving uppercut. And now has Saraya right where he wants her. Saraya still showing that heart. We've seen this time and time again, Rob.
She's picked up so much resiliency especially as we've noticed in this year. As she begins to get these
nasty
opportunities, she's going to have to be a little more than resilient to get out of a hold like this.
That's nasty right now. You see Trever Aeon trapping the right arm of Saraya Saber. Meanwhile, torquing back on the left, pulling back the fingers, and now twisting Saraya like a pretzel into a pinfall. That's that experience advantage, Rob.
Trever Aeon is no stranger to picking apart his opponents. Something that he's very good at, something that he's proven to be better at than most. That limb manipulation, just one of the many things in the arsenal of the Hell King Supreme.
Trever Aeon running right into a big boot from Saraya, who evades the splash, and now Saraya looking to build some momentum of her own. Saraya going, thought was going up top, instead delivers with a kick of her own to the jaw of Trever Aeon.
These strikes of Saraya Saber are just becoming more and more impressive the more often she gets a chance to utilize them. No, she's not.
Oh my God! He's dead.
Tune in next week to find out what happens.
1, 2. That's a cliffhanger right there, Rob.
Saraya Saber in control for the first time in a long time in this match. She's trying to think about what can she do now to get one step closer to putting away the original Gothic Gangster. Ripcord, back elbow, beautiful shot from Saber. Oh, the Gothplex.
Just like that. Things right back firmly in the control of Trever Aeon.
Just stalking Saraya Saber. He's got her in the sights like a wounded prey.
I'm telling you, everything Trever Aeon does, he does with purpose, and now has Saraya hooked, going for the pump handle. Saraya Saber rolls through. Could this be it? No. Saraya Saber almost with the upset over the veteran. Spinebuster, you can tell just how much Saraya wants this. Can she do it? No.
Wisely, right into the submission. Quickly transitioning, trying to keep Trever away from the ropes.
And notice the crossface locked in deep. A move she picked up from Kinsey Page, who she recently challenged for the NWA Women's World Championship. Easy for me to say, and now that is it.
Kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
Here is your winner, Trever Aeon.
The hunt for the elusive statement-making victory continues for Saraya Saber as Trever Aeon emerging victorious. Still so much more action to come. We mentioned the debut of Matt Riddle, but up next, it's a long-awaited return. Up next, Big Dave faces off against Stallion Rogers.
The following contest is a singles bout set for one fall. his opponents.
Stallion Rogers making his long-awaited return to New South Pro Wrestling for the first time since the finals of the 2023 Heart of the Southern 16 tournament, and not looking impressed whatsoever to the biggest man alive, Big Dave.
Well, and I think that deep down inside, I think he's a little more impressed than he appears, because I think that whenever he looks across the ring at Big Dave, if Stallion Rogers isn't looking into a mirror in a lot of ways, I mean, think about it like this. As you said, a 2023 Haas finalist. Big Dave, 2024 Haas finalist. These are two competitors who have both had their successes in New South, but have also come up short in a lot of big moments whenever they mattered the most. And you could definitely see both of them wearing a level of aggression on their faces that some might not be familiar with.
Well, you saw right there Stallion Rogers extending the hand for a handshake. Dave grabbing the wrist, putting it down. He wants to earn it. He wants to earn the respect of Stallion Rogers, and by God, he may beat it out of him here. The entire ring just shifted into the commentary table from the velocity that Stallion Rogers was just sent into the turnbuckles.
Almost got knocked out of my seat.
Big Dave bringing the intensity right out of the gate. Stiff right hand. Telling you, Dave has something to prove here this year. Things have not quite gone his way. Dave has found himself repeatedly inching himself up to the top of the mountain, and it seems like every time he gets there, someone knocks him back down.
Well, and lately we've definitely been seeing a way more aggressive side to the biggest man alive, especially after all the issues that we've seen over the past several weeks with Mongrel.
I mean, let's talk about what we saw last night. Hold on, cover from Stallion Rogers. Match almost over. I mean, let's look back to last night in the Kamicon Battle Royal. We saw Dave and Mongrel had to be separated once again. How many bodies did it take to keep these two men away from each other?
All of the ones that we had on standby. The entire locker room, the entire Battle Royal field had to clear out and handle business after the Mongrel and Big Dave started fighting all throughout the arena.
Stallion dropping that knee down right to the heart of Big Dave before the cover. Now, Stallion, a former mainstay of New South Pro Wrestling, dating all the way back to 2017, has impressive wins over New South alumni Daniel Makabe, Shug D, and of course Donnie Primetime most recently, and now these chops repeatedly to the chest of Big Dave. Donnie, Dave wanted to earn that respect, and right now, these two men are going to war, leaving everything on the line. Look at the welts on the chest of Stallion Rogers right now, Rob.
So much power behind every one of these shots from
Good
Big Dave,
God!
but Stallion Rogers packing some heat himself.
When was the last time we saw Dave crumpled like that from a single shot? Senton from Stallion Rogers.
It takes a special kind of athlete to be able to drop the biggest man alive, and that is exactly what Stallion Rogers is.
Stallion Rogers just about with the knockout blow. If it wasn't for those ropes, Dave would have fallen right out of the ring, and now another knee to the heart, cover made. You saw that right there, Rob, the intensity. Staring daggers to everyone on this side of the building while making the cover. Stallion Rogers doesn't care that Big Dave perhaps is the most popular superstar here at New South Pro Wrestling. Dave going for the Spirit of 99, eats a back elbow.
There's something very visceral that we're seeing in Stallion Rogers. Another cover.
Again.
Stallion Rogers is, as you said, it has been a long time since we've seen him in a New South ring, and he is here proving a point.
Well, think about it. Stallion Rogers has seen everyone come and go from here in New South. He's been here practically since the beginning. He's seen guys like Austin Theory come through, make their way on to bigger and brighter stages, and now we see a fast-rising upstart here in Big Dave with the opportunity, certainly, to do the same thing, and a big boot from Dave. Both men are down. Who will be the first to capitalize?
And you can see the arms stiffen after that big shot from Big Dave. Stallion Rogers starting to look like the kangaroo from that one video. Absolutely rocked after that shot.
Polish hammer from Big Dave. I like that we all know what video you're talking about. And now Dave going for the Spirit of 99. Can he do it? No, Stallion had it scouted.
You saw Stallion actually look like he kind of sidestepped a little bit, moved off to the left side of Big Dave.
Not only sidestepped, Rob, but when he did so, he grabbed a hold of the waist to spin himself around to get control of the waist, and now I'm not sure what exactly has busted Dave open. I see blood on the wrist tape right now.
About to say, just an example of the intensity we've been seeing in this match.
Big Dave has been looking to unload the clip since the beginning. Good God. That's like the third or fourth time he's attempted that Spirit of 99. He is hungry for this win. Hooks the leg. Fall away slam just about does the trick. When's the last time you've sensed this urgency from Big Dave to put away an opponent? We see him signaling for it once again. He's got the horns up.
This has definitely been a combination of finally wanting to stay on top of the mountaintop and the intensity that we've seen. Ducks another one that we've seen after these issues with the Mongrel. Big Dave is not wanting to leave anything to chance anymore.
And Dave looking to rise the ranks here in the singles division. We mentioned has faced off for the New South Championship on multiple occasions. Right now, bloodied, battered, perhaps suffering from a broken nose. We see the blood pouring from the face. And Rob, hold on, Stallion. Notice that Stallion took a moment to gauge the situation. He saw the blood pouring from Dave's face, and he thought about it and decided to plant the knee right in the nose, and now going for it again.
Connects flush right on the bullseye.
Well, Rob, you know with your experience as a boxer, you take a shot to the nose, not only, I mean, we see right now Dave's nose could be broken, but that can affect the orbital as well. It makes your eyes welt up. And
makes it that much harder to fight, and then getting dropped on your head right after it.
Cover made.
No, everything in Big Dave is being affected right now. His eyesight's being affected. His equilibrium's being affected. And that's going to affect his ability to think on his feet. You need to have that quick reaction time in a fight. And Dave right now, as you can see, he's having a hard time reacting to anything, just planted on the ground.
Having a hard time, but right now, I'm telling you, Dave's feeling it. This is Dave at his best. Dave, when he's backed into a corner, certainly no stranger to backing down from a fight. We see it right now.
Spitting blood all over the commentary desk.
These two with a solitary look. Literally blood spattered all over the commentary table right now. These two have not been able to break the gaze that they share between one another. We knew this would be a hard-hitting affair from the moment the match was announced. We knew this was going to be, and pardon my French, an ass beater, which it absolutely has proven to be, and now both men wiped out.
I don't know how to speak French, but I know a clinic whenever I'm seeing one. This is a slugfest of epic proportions. Both men have been trading heavy leather since the second the bell sounded, and they're going to keep going until it sounds again to signal the end.
Both competitors now back up to their knees, now back on their feet. Magnum reloaded! This could be it!
Deep hook on those legs, pulling Stallion as far away from the ropes as he could. Stallion having to work extra hard to kick out of that Magnum reloaded.
I'm getting old-timey Western vibes here. The two cowboys standing in the street waiting for the quick draw, but only one of these men will walk out the last outlaw here today. Dropped right on his neck. This could be it. Dave managing to get the shoulder up. You see the blood just soaked into the wrist tape of Dave, covering the back of Stallion Rogers.
Not just managing to get the shoulder up. We saw it right there. Dave seemingly he was gone. He came alive right before that hand hit the mat for the third time. Big Dave is fighting to stay in this match. Never, ever question the heart of the biggest man alive ever again.
Seemingly running off of pure instinct, but I'm telling you, this is where Dave thrives. He loves throwing those heavy hands. Damn. You see the welts on both men. Back and forth. Stallion now the veteran with a flurry of offense, but eats a forearm from Dave. Dave going for it once again. Oh! Big Dave turned inside out. Big boot from the biggest man alive, and Stallion Rogers just absorbed it.
Immediately, but look at Dave right back up. Spirit of 99! Oh my God!
Big Dave was looking for the shot over and over, and at the end of the day, ultimately it only took one. Spirit of 99 to put away the Lone Star, Kurt Stallion. Dave with an emphatic victory here over a New South legend. The blood still pouring from the face, showing the signs of war. These two staring down once again. Oh, and a slap across. These two! I thought for sure had not had enough, and now Stallion said, you wanted to earn the respect, you got it. An incredible moment here at Kamicon Huntsville Anime Invasion. And the biggest man alive standing tall once again.
This ain't no pretend shit, baby. It's real to me, damn it. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna make it real to everybody I stand across from.
The following contest is a Kamicon Scramble match set for one fall. Introducing the competitors. First, Lizzie and Peyton Blair. Baba Bass. Everyone's favorite, Demon Striker. Wolfman Weaver. The Castaway. Cabana Man Dan. Representing the Cortege, Zach Johnson and Das Hoppy Esteban Diaz. And Carmen Marucci running to the ring, Harrison Hayes.
Carmen Michael on the call with Scottye Moore now joining the booth for the always chaotic New South Scramble, only made that much more intense from the fact we are at an anime convention where anything can happen. As we literally having projectiles thrown at the commentary table as we speak. What is going on?
Carmen, it is a con weekend. I'm surviving off Monster Energy Drink and All-Star Specials. Harrison Hayes from the
Diving
top.
cross body from Harrison Hayes. The hometown hero from right here down the street, Huntsville, Alabama. It's been a while since we've seen Harrison Hayes in competition at New South Pro Wrestling. And now we see the Goons of the Scenic City with a tent stare down with the Cortege, who certainly have a fear that we will be seeing their presence later on tonight in our main event as their leader, Tony Evans, goes into battle with Matt Riddle.
That is right, and the Goons and the Cortege immediately breaking things down.
All four competitors trading blows, and while these two tag teams may be going at it, of course, it is a scramble match, therefore one fall to a finish. Only one person can win. What are they? No! No!
Now, Carmen, some people would pay good money for something like that, but wait a minute, Goon's going for a pin.
Cover.
Two.
Scottye, what you do in your personal time is your own thing, but come on now. Leave that at home. Don't bring it to work.
Oh, CMD and Striker going after one another.
Oh, my God. I just saw my life flash before my eyes. The boot of Damon Striker came about 3 inches from my nose, and now moonsault. Speaking of which, that boot just hit the side of the head of Cabana Man Dan. In comes Bubba Bass, who certainly made quite the impression yesterday in the Battle Royal.
Directly on the face, I believe.
Impressions, indentions. There's a whole lot of man on the face.
Had to use the word hold, didn't you? CMD up and down.
Bubba Bass with the Creed shirt still on. And that right there is his sacrifice, you know.
He's able to capture CMD and has arms wide open.
Harrison Hayes now the lone competitor in the ring. As things are breaking down on the outside, who will overcome the odds?
Wait, Striker in, going after Hayes. Sends him to the outside. May see some high-flying action from Damon Striker.
Damon Striker now geared up, looking to fly. Over the top, tope cone heel, wiping out the field.
I'd be impressed if he wasn't such a scumbag, Carmen.
Oh, Cabana Man Dan on his feet. Now, looking to send Damon Striker into the ring. Striker with the reversal. Cabana Man Dan looking for the guest spot on commentary here. Whoa, easy. Going for the Bonsai Pipeline, connects, 1, 2. Broken up by Das Poppy, and these two certainly no strangers to one another, have had their history. We saw recently squaring off at Anniversary 9. Zach Johnson up and over. Knee first into the lower back of Cabana Mandan, who trips up Zach Johnson for his troubles. Now Harrison Hayes with a cutter. But will he be able to capitalize as a sling blade comes in from Zach Johnson? Oh, things are breaking down quickly here, Scottye.
Well, it is a scramble match. Chaos reigns as the Wolfman plucked out by Striker. What is everybody's favorite thinking here?
Neck first into the knee, going for the cover, but the Goons of the Scenic City there to break things up. A little teamwork here from the former members of the Entourage, looking to turn the page on Damon Striker. Broken up by Bubba Bass.
Oh! Well, that's one way to break up a pin. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
What was that you were speaking about? Impressions earlier, Carmen?
I think one of these folks may be getting rusted and weathered. Oh, and right now, Wolfman Weaver barely holding together. Oh. Oh. Back it up. 2-for-1 special at the IHOP.
Cabana Mandan applauding, but I mean, you're directly in position for it, Dan. Oh, wait.
Oh, flip-flop chop to the bottom. What in the world is happening right now?
If Cabana Mandan had a best friend.
Oh, no, ref! Not ref Adam! No!
CMD's best friend in a match like this is that flip-flop. Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to see a double?
Double shipwrecks! Cabana Mandan seals the deal.
Here's your winner, Cabana Mandan.
He had his equalizer. He brought out the flip-flop. The power flowed through the veins of CMD, and it led to him hitting that massive double shipwreck, taking out two goons at once.
Cabana Mandan picking up a victory. Standing tall is the star of the Wrestling Code video game, Cabana Mandan. The folks do not go anywhere. Still to come in our main event, Superior Tony Evans going one-on-one with the King of Bros, Matt Riddle. But up next, we have a word from Negative Lee.
Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time, representing Evil, Negative Lee.
Oh, God.
single ladies at? Where's my single men at? Yeah, you know why you're single? Because look where you at, boys! Now, Hunts Vegas, you probably don't know who Dump Sanders is, but I'll tell you right now, he's a chump who paid me way too much money to be here in this ring. I'm talking he backed that Brinks truck up like Bubba Bass backs his big old ass up in the middle of that ring and puts it in somebody's face. Well, let me tell you something, Hunts Vegas. Let me tell you, there ain't a nerd in this crowd that could beat me. There ain't a nerd in the back that could beat me. So you know what? I'm gonna lay down a challenge. Y'all want me to challenge somebody to something? Y'all think I'm gonna win that challenge? Oh no, Hunts Vegas, you're gonna be wrong about that. Because you've seen all the sorry excuse for wrestlers in this ring, but ain't none of them. Hold this mic real quick for me while I talk. Don't move it from my mouth, boy. There ain't a man in the back that looks as good as me, baby. I got a Ferrari engine with guns like a tank. Now look at me. Come on, make some noise for me. Oh, Hunts Vegas, don't boo me now. I'm gonna give you a real reason to boo me. When I win my match in less than 30 damn seconds. Kids, cover your ears. Y'all shouldn't be repeating the words I say. What are you looking at, little boy? You want me to come out of this ring and slap you silly? Bring it on out. I ain't worried about it.
No way. No way. You take the good with the bad in the world of professional wrestling, and unfortunately that bad is Negative Lee, but the good is about to see this man decimate him. Carmen, welcome back to the booth. Negative Lee running scared with very good reason.
I'm about to break 31 years of sobriety right now. Good God almighty, the way my heart just jumped out of my chest at the sight of the Mongrel barreling down full speed. At least said 30 seconds, right?
I think that is already passed.
Well, the bell hasn't rung. Give him a chance. Who knows? Negative Lee trying to buy some time on the outside. Despite all those bold claims, doesn't seem like he's in too much of a hurry.
And now going after Dump Sanders.
He knows Dump's not the general manager anymore, right?
I don't know if he does. Oh, wait. Found something to combat the Wendigo.
And despite all the posturing and grandstanding here from Negative Lee, I mean, this is as apparent can be. Negative Lee just stalling, buying as much time as possible to stay away from the Mongrel.
That's the first time posture has been used in relation to Negative Lee.
Yeah, Lee, he is behind you. Turns right around into the grip of the Mongrel, and now match officially underway. Start the timer, folks. Negative Lee has promised to defeat the Mongrel in 30 seconds or less. Lee, you said 30 seconds.
I got 25 seconds for it.
Lee on the outside. In comes the Mongrel charging in like a runaway freight train. Calling for one more. Autumn, you're in the danger zone.
Running laps.
I think we may be in the danger zone. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Negative Lee now rolls back into the ring. I think the 30 seconds are up as Mongrel with a handful of what I gotta say may be the most majestic mullet we've seen in New South in at least a little while.
I'm working on it. Give me a few.
Telling you, something about Kamicon every time. Chaos. We got run-ins here at the commentary table. And the Mongrel barking away as Negative Lee trying to create some distance. Not going to find it here. Sorry for the distractions, folks. A right hand from the Mongrel.
It's a con weekend. Things are going down. Now let's give Lee the benefit of the doubt. We've watched a lot of wrestling. What could Lee possibly do in this scenario?
Oh, right now, not a lot of anything. We may need a spatula to pick him up. It is very important to note, though, here on this evening, Negatively going at it alone, cover from the Mongrel. Normally flanked by his evil stablemates. Neither Rodney Rothschild or Rolando Perez in attendance, and the Mongrel biting the fingers of Negatively. I think Mongrel may need a tetanus shot after that.
You're telling me. Although, interestingly enough, think about the history of Negative Lee and the history of New South professional wrestling. What's one of the biggest names associated with Lee? Big Dave. In my opinion, the Mongrel right now is sending a message to Dave, decimating his former tag team partner, his former rival.
I'll tell you right now, Big Dave is watching the match, and I guarantee despite the animosity towards the Mongrel, I'm sure there's part of him right now just smiling ear to ear, seeing all this misfortune happen to Negative Lee. Mongrel now lifting.
Speak of a brick wall, picking up Lee.
Oh my God! Looking to break down the foundation of Negative Lee, breaking the back. Mongrel now off the ropes. Big shoulder block. Spear from the Mongrel. Lee wisely rolling to the outside to create some space. Lee attempting to hide from the Mongrel, but the Wendigo pointing out his location, nowhere to hide if you're Negative Lee.
What's the Mongrel thinking here?
Oh no. Scottye? Scottye? Oh my God! The Mongrel going hip first into the steel stairs, and now Negative Lee looking to take advantage. Those repeated knee strikes.
Well Carmen, I posed the question earlier, what would it take for a negatively victory?
Just a few short seconds away from winning by countout. A guillotine over the top rope from negatively onto the Mongrel and taking too much time to taunt.
Trying to bring him over, but don't think that's going to be working out too well for him, Carmen.
The Mongrel is not budging whatsoever. A headbutt from the Mongrel, who now makes his way back into the ring. Negatively taking advantage, kicks the middle rope. And now building off that momentum, running leg drop. My God. Negatively.
If that's all you got, Lee, I got bad news for the rest of your night.
I can't believe I'm saying this right now. Negatively just about pinned the Mongrel.
It was a 1 count, Carmen.
Hey, that's closer than I would have bet. In comes negatively with a clothesline into the corner. And the Mongrel yelling for more. What does Lee have in mind here?
Lee, a little out of breath, needs to take this opportunity to seize his moment. Good God.
The Mongrel coming alive to the sound of the Wendigo. We've seen this time and time again. Almost breathing new life into the monster, now negatively gouging the eyes, doing anything he can to seize an advantage.
Lee looking to pick up the...
Oh my God! Backfires! The Mongrel just about put away negatively off of a misstep. And misses with the leg drop.
Boot from Lee. Keeps Mongrel down.
Now, we all know that is not going to do it.
Yeah, but could be trying to get inside the head of the Mongrel at this point. Those mind games, maybe even firing up Mongrel to the point of a DQ. That may be...
Caught with a belly-to-belly.
Mongrel reloaded as Lee looking to get to his feet.
Lee may be on Dream Street right now. Eats a German suplex from the Mongrel. Now with Lee in his sights. Charging in with a cannonball.
Lee is dazed and confused, does not know where he is. The Mongrel saying that is it.
The lights are on, but nobody is home right now for negatively as Mongrel grabs him once again for a Saito suplex. Goes for the cover. That is it.
Here's your winner, the Mongrel.
Negatively asked. And he certainly received here, issuing that open challenge to anyone in the building.
Now, to be fair, though, negatively came out, he said, ain't no man in the locker room that can beat me. That's not a man, that's a damn monster.
Certainly is, as we see the Wendigo celebrating with the Mongrel. Mongrel has had a stellar weekend here at Kamicon in Huntsville, Alabama. But folks, the moment you have been waiting for is just mere moments away. Up next, it's our main event as Matt Riddle makes his New South debut to go one-on-one with superior Tony Evans.
Bro.
The following contest is a singles bout set for one fall.
Get this for game.
if I hear one, and I mean one, Tony Sucks chant tonight, I'm going to come out there and I'm going to slap the piss out of every nerd in this building. Referee. No. We're going to do a lesson here. When you look at me, what do you see? The answer, shut up, hush! The answer is a star. What do we do with stars when they're standing on the apron? We let them in the ring. Do it. Now you already failed my first test today. So let me teach you something else. Let me show you how to react to me respectfully. What I do, I come out in this ring, I put my hand in the air, I close my hand, and I say, hush. It's written on this fist right here that you better pray to God or whoever you believe that you never come in contact with. And hush doesn't mean boo. It doesn't mean cheer. Hush means sit down and shut your mouth. All right, quiz time. Here we go. I said hush! That's fine. Continue your disrespect, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand in this ring and I'm going to do what not a single solitary one of you could do. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to take care of business. I'm going to beat a man and pin him 1, 2, 3. And when I'm done with him, I'm taking notes in my head right now of every face that I'm about to slap for your disrespect. And after I'm done with this match tonight, I'm gonna get in my car, I'm gonna drive back to beautiful Bowling Green, Kentucky. Hush. I'm gonna go to my luxury apartment. I'm gonna pet my beautiful cat that I love so much. I'm gonna crack open a crisp Michelob Ultra, and I'm gonna forget that I was ever in this piece of crap state called Alabama. And if any of you all lifelong virgins have a problem with that, you are more than welcome to come find me after the show, and I'll tell you exactly what I would do to each and every one of your mothers. Now behind that curtain is a, shut your mouth, hush. Behind that curtain is a man that thinks that he's going to come out of here, he's going to play his greatest hits, he's going to send everyone home happy, and that's going to be it. Well, I've got a news flash for this original bro. Hush. All it's going to take is for me to wind up, smack him right in the side of the face with this fist, and he's going down for 1, 2, 3. I go home trash that you are. Hush. So Matt Riddle, if you're back there and you've got a pair on you, and you want a piece of superior Tony Evans, come get it, bro.
Regulators, regulate any stealing of this property.
And his opponents from Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Allentown, Pennsylvania, he is the original Braun, Matt Riddle.
The original bro, Matt Riddle, making his long-awaited New South debut here at Kamicon in beautiful Huntsville, Alabama, at the Braun Center. Whoa, whoa, he's got a firearm!
He just pulled out his strap to lay that buster down, just like in the song.
The original bro issuing out fist bumps to everyone here in attendance. Telling you, there's no one quite like Matt Riddle bringing the energy, and there go the flip-flops. The current AAA World Cruiserweight Champion in action right here in the main event in New South Pro Wrestling. Hundreds have gathered around in attendance as Matt Riddle hangs that title that we just spoke of, the AAA World Cruiserweight Championship.
Scottye, protect that jacket with your life, buddy.
Meanwhile, Tony Evans throwing his shirt directly at my head.
That's the dichotomy, the duality of man right there.
Well, one certainly very chilled and relaxed, and the other certainly may need to find a means to get chilled and relaxed.
Matt Riddle might have some opinions on the matter.
I mean, I'm drawing blanks here.
See, Carmen, I think I know what the problem is.
It's close.
I think Tony's using the wrong post.
It's pretty close.
I think if Tony just went over to the corner that Matt Riddle's been using this whole time, I think that he would see differing results.
It's location. That's what you're saying.
Location, 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 babe.
It's that hot spot of the ring.
That's the one.
Official Adam Hunter getting us underway. It is main event time at New South Pro Wrestling. Superior Tony Evans, the original bro, Matt Riddle. It does not get bigger than this, Rob.
Carmen, stop me if you've heard me say this before, but sometimes as broadcasters, we are absolutely spoiled. And this is a prime example of that. Tony Evans, regardless of how you feel about him, and we definitely know how we feel about him here at the commentary desk, Tony Evans is one of the most dominant competitors, not just in New South right now, I would argue in New South's history. Matt Riddle's been dominant all over the globe.
Tony Evans, certainly a wrestler who I believe flies under the radar of most wrestling fans, but I got to tell you, he is absolutely one of the best going today. A former OVW heavyweight champion has been absolutely dominant here in the New South singles division, and here tonight he faces his biggest challenge yet. He has an opportunity to go one-on-one with a former WWE superstar currently wrestling for not only MLW, not only AAA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and all across the globe.
Matt Riddle has got a hell of a resume, especially whenever you consider he hasn't been wrestling as long as you might think. Spent the majority of his active career as an athlete, as a mixed martial artist, a lot of that in the UFC as a very dominant competitor in that organization. Was able to transition into professional wrestling and had a lot of the same luck.
Speaking of a transition, quick transition into the armbar. Nowhere to go for Tony Evans. Can he make it to the ropes? No, he reverses the momentum. I think Tony just now realizing what he has stepped into. You heard the bold words from Tony Evans before the match, saying all it is going to take is one swinging back fist to put away Matt Riddle. You mentioned a former UFC fighter, former WWE United States champion, former New Japan television champion. And how fitting is it right now that the man standing in the ring officiating this match, Adam Hunter, this is the man who caused all this to happen. When Tony Evans laid his hands on Adam Hunter, our new general manager, Allison Lee, her first order of business was to punish Tony Evans by putting him in the ring with this absolute killer in Matt Riddle.
And in a lot of ways, Adam Hunter is getting a front row seat to all of this, getting to see where we've been. He gets to see Tony Evans get that receipt for striking him to begin with, and now Tony Evans, a little bit of submission game of his own.
So we see the technique there from Matt Riddle. Tony Evans, from underneath, pulls the hair in order to get advantage. And now Matt Riddle bouncing back and forth, trying to get that momentum rolling, and a quick swing of the hips gets him back on his knees, and now able to push himself out. A swing and a miss. And what certainly would have been a knockout blow. Now ducks the clothesline now. Gut wrench position. Gut wrench suplex from Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle's gonna look to land a few of these in succession. He's got him up for number 2.
The crowd here in Huntsville firmly behind the original bro, the rude dude himself, Matt Riddle, as he's driven throat first into the top rope.
Tony Evans with that ring IQ, using his environment as a weapon.
That's the thing about Tony Evans. He is his most dangerous when he knows his back is into a corner, and as confident as he can be just as equally vicious. And now Zach Johnson on the outside, getting involved.
That equalizer that is the cortege on the outside. Ref Adam being drawn away by Tony Evans.
Tony Evans knows he has to do whatever it takes to secure the biggest win in his career. Bringing up the cortege, who we knew was going to get involved. Matt Riddle stumbling around the ring. How many people had it on their bingo card? Matt Riddle would be on shaky legs here in this match.
Speaking of legs, had that head scissors sending Tony all the way to the outside.
Das Papi Esteban Diaz providing a distraction. Now Riddle going for the penalty kick, driven into the apron from superior Tony Evans. And it's reasons like that why Tony Evans, a former OVW heavyweight champion, using the ring skirt to apply pressure to the back of the neck to keep Riddle in place. And those cables that run through the ring skirt, Rob, you're fully aware, they're pulled as tight as possible to make sure the skirt does not slide down. And when you put your opponent's head in there, that's applying so much pressure.
Applying the pressure, keeping Matt Riddle from going anywhere, and making it that much worse on the back of the neck and the throat of Matt Riddle after the leg gets driven down.
Tony now, for the first time in the match, working with the upper hand. as Matt Riddle pulls himself up to the middle rope with the Cortez looking on the outside. Zach Johnson very confident here. You got to be careful not to write a check that he can't cash. And now look at this. Behind the referee's back, once again, both of the other members of the Cortez getting involved.
And you see, Matt Riddle doesn't know where he is, almost grabbed Adam Hunter out of instinct to roll him into a pin, and you can see the target being made right on the eyes now of Matt Riddle from Tony Evans.
Speaking of not being able to see where he is, the tips of the boot driven into the eyes of Matt Riddle, sure to disorient Matt Riddle, who eats a right hand in the corner. And you see it right now, the glazed look in the eyes. The lights are on. No one's home right now for Matt Riddle, and Tony Evans soaking in the attention from the crowd.
Just raking the boot further across the eyes of Matt Riddle. You can't see, you can't fight, and that's exactly what Tony Evans seems to be going for right now.
Speaking of which, repeated shots to the midsection. And brought right back down once again by the hair. We see referee Adam Hunter admonishing Tony Evans, telling him to get his hands out of the hair of Matt Riddle. And now Matt in a dangerous place on that bottom rope.
Tony Evans catching a little pose on the corner. And the drop kick right into the shoulder of Matt Riddle. Just keeping Riddle grounded, not giving him an opportunity to create any space, not giving him an opportunity to pick up any momentum.
I was just about to say targeting the shoulder because he knows the striking game of Matt Riddle. And Riddle on instinct immediately kicking into gear, no pun intended, switching his game up to using the kicks.
You are not as successful of a martial artist as Matt Riddle has been in his life without knowing whenever it's time to start switching things up.
One of the most well-rounded athletes I have ever seen, not just in professional wrestling, but outside as well. And now, Das Poppy pulling down. It doesn't matter how well-rounded you are. You have a full-grown human being pulling down with all their weight with that rope going across your throat. There's nothing you can do. And now, Evans again going after the hair of Matt Riddle. Oh, and now stomping the hand. He's seen that striking game all throughout, Rob. He knows it now targeting the foot. He's making sure he's going through, checking all the boxes, making sure to weaken that striking game all the way around.
Well, not just the striking game. We also know a weapon that Matt Riddle, as we've already seen, likes to employ throughout matches. Also that submission game, that bro mission, the twister submission. If his limbs aren't working, he's not going to be able to apply that because he needs every one of them.
Knee right to the base of the neck. It could be it. No. Matt Riddle still showing signs of life. We see the finger in the air as the crowd in Huntsville showing their support for the original bro. A shot to the midsection, and now an overhand. Another flurry of offense from Matt Riddle, now firing on all cylinders. Nowhere to go for Tony Evans. Off the ropes, right into a big boot. You have to give credit where credit's due. Whether or not you like Tony Evans, he has had this game scouted since the beginning. It seems like every time Matt Riddle builds any sort of momentum, Tony Evans knows exactly what to do to cut that momentum off.
Well, Tony, that's why he's as good as he is. He always has a game plan. Yes, sometimes that game plan just it includes needing the Cortez to have a little bit of assistance on the outside. But regardless, this is a thinking man's wrestler who's always studying the tape.
Speaking of which, coming down off the middle rope. Calling for silence from the crowd here gathered around. And now going for the forearm once again. Catches the foot of Matt Riddle on the way down.
Just enough time to create a little bit of space, put a little bit of distance between he and Tony Evans, and now Matt Riddle has to get back to his feet, and he's got to get that momentum swinging right back into his direction.
And you saw Tony immediately reaching up to grab his jaw. He felt around to make sure he still had all of his teeth intact. Now forearm, quick flurry of offense from Matt Riddle. Sends Tony into the ropes, and now on the shoulders. Thought perhaps going for that bro to sleep, but Tony Evans had it scouted. Matt Riddle now up and over in dangerous territory. He's in shark-infested waters. Look, Cortez holding Matt Riddle back.
Tony's gonna fly.
And it pulled both members in the way. Tony Evans wiping out the cortege. And notice how it took both members of the cortege to hold back that left arm of Matt Riddle, who is just roaring, ready to get back in the ring.
That ripcord knee, a final flash, almost knocking out Tony Evans.
Now Matt Riddle firing on all cylinders, diving in now with the exploder suplex, launching Tony Evans overhead.
We're playing the greatest hits.
Proton connects. That old familiar tune we know so well. German suplex from Matt Riddle. Kick out from Tony Evans. And Riddle now, just like that, in firm control of the match. Riddle going up top, perhaps going for that floating bro. Can he do it? No, going for the moonsault instead. Tony Evans has got a spinning back fist.
This could be it. Did Tony call his shot?
Tony Evans called his shot, and he's going to do it. Tony Evans, for the biggest win in his career, hooks the leg. No.
2.99. Adam Hunter's hand was about to make contact with the mat. Matt Riddle, and you saw that was not a powerful kick out. Matt Riddle did everything he could to get that shoulder up just high enough to stop the official's count.
Matt Riddle, one of the highest caliber athletes in all of professional wrestling, has faced off against the best of the best. And here today, Tony Evans proving his mettle, looking to put away the original bro. Matt Riddle slips out, powerbomb, notice, maintains control, and now a knee right to the chest. Too close to the ropes.
Right into the ropes. Tony Evans reaching up, and he knew exactly where he was.
It's not often we see Matt Riddle make a mistake, but you can sense the urgency here from Matt Riddle. I don't think Matt expected the fight that he's getting from Tony Evans here today. You saw that quickness. He went for the pinfall there. He knew that was an opportunity. And fortunately for Riddle, Tony Evans caught up in the ropes, and now perhaps going for the bro Derek. Oh, Tony rolling through. Blocks the right, a stomp right to the foot of Matt Riddle, and that's the danger that you welcome yourself to when you come into the ring without wearing proper protection. And now, Tiger Bomb from Tony Evans. And still somehow Matt Riddle getting the shoulder up.
And Tony Evans is adding a little bit of extra to every single one of these pins. You saw he did not only have the shoulders planted, but he also had the legs wrapped up. Speaking of wrapped up.
Well, for the bro mission, and I know that Tony has been scouted up by Esteban Diaz, someone who is quite literally trained under Matt Riddle as a black belt instructor for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So you have to imagine Esteban Diaz has been giving a scouting report, and now Riddle smelling the blood in the water.
That rear naked choke's in tight. He's underneath the chin. Tony Evans having no choice but to back into the corner, and Matt Riddle's right back to it.
Tony driving Matt Riddle into the corner. And again, notice the corner closest to the cortege. No matter what Tony Evans does, he always has the cortege in his line of sight. Now, Zach Johnson and Esteban Diaz holding the arms of Matt Riddle. Nowhere to go. Tony looking to fly.
He's not going to do this.
Going for the coast to coast. Matt Riddle evades. Matt now with the cutter. RKO. Shades of Randy Orton. And now has him hooked for the bro, Derek.
Who's your winner? The original bro, Matt Riddle.
Our official Adam Hunter finally gets some retribution after being struck by Tony Evans and gets to celebrate with some of his favorite, a little bit of gangster rap, courtesy of the original bro, Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle, victorious in his New South debut. And folks, that is going to do it for us here tonight for New South Pro Wrestling at Kamicon at the Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama. On behalf of Rob Weathers, I have been Carmen Michael. I want to thank you for watching the best in the South.
Hey, hey, hey! Tony, come on! Alabama, let me tell you something about yourself real quick. You are the most filthy, vile, disgusting, hypocritical, overweight, uneducated, undervalued, terrible, horrible, awful, dastardly, cousin-kissing people on this whole planet. She's a nice lady! Each week, I pray that New South doesn't invite me down to pay me handsomely to be here, because let me tell you, that is the only reason I step foot in this damn state. But seeing each and every one of you here and every single week makes me proud, overjoyed to be from the great state of Kentucky and not this dumpster fire. So Alabama, I hope you're proud of yourself, and I hope you had a great time at the Kamicon and the New South Pro Wrestling Show, because I never, ever want to see any of your stupid faces again. I don't care what it's called. I'm educated. You're not. Sit down and shut your mouth. Huntsville, Alabama, let's hear it one more time for Superior Tony Evans.